right, we're back with Christopher Cook from Alliance Insurance Services. He's answering your insurance-related question. All right, this first text question is, who would be at fault if it is a 3-car collision? What happens on Wendover all the time?
Yeah, it's a little difficult for me to tell right now. Most often the middle car is who ends up being at fault, but there are times that the last car is at fault. I let the claims adjusters and the police sort that kind of thing out. So it just depends on the particular scenario, but whoever struck someone in the rear first
is usually the person who's at fault. And that is why you have to get that police report.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. How much of my insurance is used to cover uninsured drivers?
It's a portion of your premium. It's one of the things that we most strongly recommend, at Alliance Insurance Services. Un- and underinsured motorist coverage are extraordinarily important. I highlight the word under because in North Carolina, a person can have $30,000 of coverage for the injuries they cause to you. They can have $25,000 worth of coverage for the damage they do to your car, and they're perfectly legal. Those are the requirements in North Carolina. You can have that as the minimum. You could have more. If they don't have enough insurance to pay for your brand new car, they aren't uninsured, they are underinsured, and so you need underinsured motorist coverage. It's probably less than 5% of your overall insurance premium cost, but you do need to consider having that at a high level.
Okay. And when you say at a high level, is there a level that you kind of like can you give us
minimum
a
is $100,000 per injury you cause to somebody else, $300,000 in bodily injuries total. We used to say $50,000 would be the minimum property damage limit we would recommend. I'm a pickup truck guy. New pickup trucks cost $80,000, so we've started recommending that folks have at least $100,000 of property damage coverage on their auto liability.
Okay. This person says, regarding home insurance, if I don't increase my coverage limit, why does it matter if the material costs are increasing?
I think that's an excellent question, and as a math person, I understand the premise of the question. Most claims aren't total loss claims, and so basically you're saying, hey, if I've still got $200,000 of insurance and you pay a $200,000 claim, why would my premium have went up? Most insurance claims are partial losses, and so instead of that bathroom water damage claim being $10,000, they are now $20,000. So the claims that the insurance carriers are paying out are becoming more frequent, as we talked about earlier, and they're becoming more severe. They're becoming more expensive, even those partial repairs. So that drives insurance premium costs up as well.
Okay. This person's saying, why is the insurance going up? My vehicle is decreasing in tax value, but my insurance is going up. What gives?
Please remember, you're not only insuring your vehicle, you're also insuring your liability. And to me, that's a more important coverage feature. And so if you make a mistake, and we all are prone to have at least one mistake in our lives, if you make a mistake, it costs your insurance company more to pay for the damage you caused. So your liability insurance premiums are also a big part of what's driving those rates up across the board.
Okay. At the same time, I could say, but if you're not happy with what you're paying, you can go shopping.
You can go shop it around. That's exactly right. It's a free market here in North Carolina and across the nation. You can talk to any independent insurance agent in your area that you trust and know, and they can work with the carriers to find you a rate that you're satisfied with.
But when you look for a rate, because someone can always give you a cheaper rate, it doesn't mean that the coverage that you have is the same as what you did have beforehand.
I love that you and I have talked for so long that you just know that. Exactly. You got to make sure you're getting the coverages we're talking about and that you have or better. Cheaper isn't always better, right? That's an old saying that's lasted for a reason.
Right, and it's fine to cut corners. You just need to know what you're cutting corners with and whether you can live with how you're doing that. So you need to ask a lot of questions of how they're getting you to that lower price point. All right, we're continuing to take your questions. The number there at the bottom, 336-379-5775. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.